families, it's Miss Ty. I'd like to take you on a tour of our classroom. When your child arrives at school, the very first thing that he or she does is wash hands. As you can see, we have an automatic soap dispenser. This prevents students from touching the dispenser over and over again and cuts down on the possibility of spreading germs. In addition to that, at our sink we have a switch. Programmed on the switch is a 20-second song. Students know to press the switch and to wash as long as the song is playing. In addition to that, you'll notice that our water fountains are covered. Instead of using the water fountain, this year all students have their own individual water bottles. In addition to that, our sink is cleaned throughout the day by classroom staff. The area you're looking at now is the area we call Level 2. This is both an instructional and a group activity area. You'll notice things like the easel that the students do calendar on. You'll also notice our interactive board. As I said, this is an area that we do group instruction on. When we have students in this area in a group, you'll notice the dots on the floor. Each student chose which color dot he or she wanted, and they have been placed more than 6 feet apart. You'll also notice in all of our instructional areas that all students have plexiglass shields. We would like to thank my friends in our community for donating the money to purchase the shields, and to Missoula Plastics for making them for only the cost of materials. Again, this is an instructional area, an area where students would gather together to do group instruction, or where students would work one-on-one or in small groups on academic activities. The next area you'll see is a teacher area. Students know that this is where teacher tools are, and so they do not engage in any activities in that area. The next area you're looking at is Level 1. Again, another one of our instructional areas. As you can see, we have a variety of different types of seating for students. Students are able to choose seating throughout the day, and they can change as needed. The variety of seating options we have meet the needs of a variety of different students. You'll also notice that Level 1 also has plexiglass dividers or shields. You'll notice instructional materials throughout the room. Some of the things that you'll see are tubs. Each of these tubs is specifically designated for a student. Because students have individual tubs, no materials are shared. There is no crossover between things students use for academics, for sensory time, or during their earned free time. Another thing that you'll find throughout our classroom are cleaning kits. All of the kits have disinfectant wipes, rubbing alcohol to spray, and hand sanitizer. Prior to leaving any instructional areas, students use hand sanitizer and their areas are clean once they leave. That means every time that a student comes to a new area, it has been sanitized. Another area in our classroom is our break spot. Let me get this moved out of the way. This is an area that students can come to when they just need a break. It might be because they're tired, it might be because they're overwhelmed, or it might be because they're angry. This area is open to all students. Our next instructional area Level 3 is where our first grader is working this year. Again, you'll notice a variety of types of seating available, as well as different types of safety measures. Students are bringing their toys to school. We are keeping everyone's toys in their toy bag, and then each of the toy bags is placed in a separate tub. Again, the goal is no cross-contamination. We're lucky that with our new classroom, we got a large, bright, ADA certified bathroom. It's the end of the day, so it might look a little rough. But as you can see, we have our switch for our song. And we also have cleaning supplies. The restroom is cleaned after each student uses it. Our students will tell you about our classroom library. Each student is allowed to pick out books for their own personal book bins. All books are placed in a safe place away from students once the students have used them and it's time to change to a new set of books. Books are kept in a designated location and not touched for a minimum of 1 week before they are put back in rotation. The final area of our class we'd like to share is a room that is typically used as our break room. You'll notice things like balls, things like spinners, a crash pad. However, due to COVID, students are not able to use the break room. Instead, we are using our break room for an instructional area. This ensures social distancing when teaching. This room is used for hybrid teaching and for MOA. So again, this is typically our break room. However, it is now being used as one of our teaching areas. So, there you have it. That is our classroom. We would love to have you visit. However, for the time being, visitors are prohibited.